Model Check Overview. Model Check is the principal tool that you will be using to check material in the model. To run it, simply select the piece of material, then the icon, or alternatively, you can select the icon and then the material. There is another way to run the tool. You can select the members in the model and then run the tool, and then it will select whatever selected material you choose of those members. The sign, unsign, and overwrite options, the default will be to sign, which the system will do. It will sign the current user's name to any adjustments. Unsign would be to remove, and overwrite will be to remove and replace signatures. Atop the window, you will find the various update buttons. Pressing the check button will designate the selected material or materials as being correct and verified. Selecting the error button will place an error on the selected material or materials, and it will assign it to a specific user to fix. Within the same window, the checker can type in the exact error on the piece of material. When adding an error to a piece of material, the material will turn red in the Backcheck is used by the modeler to let the checker know that the error found has been repaired. Recheck is used by the checker to indicate that the item previously affected by the error has been fixed. Revise is used to assign the selected material or materials to a revision. Reset will set the selected materials back to the beginning of the checking process. Selecting the Check All material will check all the material on the selected. Selecting the Release Member option will release the member for detailing. This, of course, must entail that all the attached submaterial has been checked and verified. The grouping material information will show information regarding the selected submaterial. On the left side of the screen under Material Information can be found information regarding the selected piece of material. The arrows to the left and right allow the user to navigate through the member material based upon the property. For example, on this member, there are 4 angles with the same mark. By using the arrows to the left or the right of mark, I can toggle between each. Next, we have some options for updating multiple pieces of material. Quantity on member will indicate the current quantity of the highlighted piece mark on the selected member. Quantity on pre-selection is the quantity of selected material that were chosen when the user picked members prior to running the model check tool. Quantity in job will indicate the current quantity of that selected submaterial within the entire project. If the user selects the Update All function, all the submaterial will be updated, except for attaching an error. The error will be attached solely to one piece of material. If the user selects the label, within the model all those items will be selected and the system will zoom in. The center column, status, will indicate the current status of the selected material. The hole column will return information regarding holes upon the material. If the user selects the left or right arrow, and there are more than one type of hole upon the material, the system will toggle between. And finally, error on material will indicate any error that has been attached to the material selected. The member information area. These fields are simply data regarding the parent member of the original selected material. The left side of this information block, Materials List, will list all the material within the selected parent member. As the user toggles between them, the background of the window will change, representing the current status of that selected material. Within this area, there's also a multiple update option, this time for members. So in this case, there are 2 of these members within the project. I can update them both at the same time. At the bottom, we have information regarding any attachments done to this member. The user can open these attachments by pressing the appropriate button. Within the center column, the user can find general information regarding the selected member. The Open Notes button will allow the user to open up any 2D notes attached to the member. The writing just above it will indicate if there are any notes attached to said member. To the right is an option, Error on Member. This is used when we cannot associate an error to a single piece of material but would rather associate it with the member. Before continuing, let's see what happens when we have a pending error within the project. Each time that the model check or update system tool is used and there are pending errors, a window will open indicating the error, who it's from, who sent it, and the reason for this error. This error can indicate an item ready for back-checking or an item ready for rechecking. On the lower right-hand corner of this window, the user can select the zoom function. This will cause SDS2 to zoom to the member with the affected error. The user can also highlight the error and select the Open option. This will open the model check tool for this piece of material. Another option within the window is to skip the error entirely. This will cause the system not to open the window, indicating an error is on a piece of material. The only way for the system to reinitiate the error is to have another error added to a piece of material, or to select the Reset Skip button within the model check window. The Transfer Error option allows the user to transfer the error from one user to another. For example, if somebody is absent for the day or is working on another project. To transfer an error, simply select the pull-down menu of From to select from whom we wish to select an error to transfer, then select the To from whom we wish to transfer it to. Now at the top, select the error to transfer and press the Transfer button. The Edit Keybind option allows the user to reset the keyboard shortcuts for the varying tools. The Error History button allows the user to consult the error history of the selected member. Please note that errors currently in progress will not be noted within the history. To use, simply select the Pick a Member option and then pick a member within the 3D model. The errors will be listed at the top, and if the user selects the error, the information at the bottom will be given regarding this error. The User Preference option opens a window where the user can configure the zoom to fit and dummy sequences. Within the zoom to fit grouping, if stick to other member is checked, every time the user uses the zoom to fit for a selected member, all other members will be placed in stick. The solid selection is whether or not when zooming on a selected item, whether it should be placed in solid or not. The dummy sequence option is to select any sequences within your project where you don't want the model check tool to be used. An example of this would be when the model check counts pieces of material, it will ignore any pieces of material within a dummy sequence. And lastly, the New Material option allows the user to select new material without having to close the current model check window and reinitiating it.